Well, hello. Just turn the volume down here a little bit. As much as I love this song, this particular piece of track, it's a little bit too deafening, so I've done some work offline. We'll go for a little tour around. I think on my last video I started plopping down shopping centres. I got rid of the Carrefour that no, not the Carrefour. There was another one I didn't like, but so I made a residential area here by the river. Put some sandwall graffiti in. Churches, a couple of little monuments. I found a very small football ground. That's the professional football team of Porto Reggiano. We have a semblance of a downtown area with some squares. I'm going to throw some civics in here when they get rewarded to us. And I plopped in the canal, which goes all the way to the sea, as we know. And I put in a residential area. So that's pretty much what we have. So at the moment now, with another residential over here, like a new area, we've got a old town area with a highway through it. I'm not sure how long I have tonight. If I zoom out, there's not much to do other than a little bit of a development here, and then rolling countryside. So we are doing all right. So you have to forgive me. I'm still getting over that cold, and I'm holding in a sneeze. So without much further ado, I think it has come time for some city walls. I think this school is a bit out of place here. Although we'll pretend that this is the school, actually. It's a Italian landmark from Trieste. Just not a million miles away from Venice or Verona. Mind you, I suppose distances are relative, but yes, we put some city walls in, and this should be a nice decorative one, and maybe very soon, tomorrow even, or a few days when this comes out, we will have a rural. So you know, I did download some vineyards last weekend, so we can have some fun with them. Please bear with me while I go through my walls. So I've got to see what we want to do, really. I think we'll go for square pieces. Towers, I mean. I think that's a good start. I'll have some sort of tower there, I think, if one is available, and we'll end that there, perhaps. I am not trying to use the same pieces, save the pieces over and over again. That might be a little bit too much going on, but we'll see how that goes. In fact, I've already decided. So what we can do is, this could be a little bit like Luca, and we can have like the walls that you can walk around, or more like Treviso, as I said, where there's a little bit of bits of wall and bits of canal. I don't know if I can be bothered to do canals, but we will see. We're really looking for crumbly pieces. Square X section, that's the middle, so I don't think that's going to be a thing. Tumble down. Yeah, we're already at a tumble down here, aren't we? It's a bit silly if you can't go across. I should really do the going across part first, shouldn't I? I don't think it will play ball with the road. And we've decided we're going with the square towel now, so is that our guy? No, not T. Don't need T. How does that look? I think maybe we should do these first. We didn't need T, we needed a corner really, didn't we? Is there a corner one? We really need a corner. I bet we don't have one. Might be too close. How does that look? Well, here we go. Fun with menus. Here we go, back again. I've probably gone too far, there we go. So is that going to be okay? Yeah, that's generally speaking okay. Let's do the road pieces first, or the road rail, blah blah blah. Because that's going to be, so we can tumble down there. So again, I apologise for, yeah, that's going to. It's going to look a bit silly there, isn't it? So put that one there. We'll have to tumble down here and we'll tumble down there, and I don't know if we're covering up this bit yet, are we? No, that's the... So we'll decide where the city walls end. I think that does us for roads. I'm not 100% certain. I think it does. So let's throw down some tumble downs. Towers. We've got the potential to make something nice here. I think the tumble down section was higher up. Let's go to the top of the tree. There you go, I've just seen it. Strength there. Well, we can have some tumbles as we go around. I mean, that definitely needs to be tumbled down. Can tumble down. I mean, we've got avenue pieces. I think we could do a bridge there. And I think we can do a bridge here. We have to see what we can get away with. What does that look like because of the water, you see? Yeah, we had a landslide. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to bother with a moat. We've got a river for that. We need to think of the avenue piece. We are so avenue with the square is probably at the bottom then, isn't it? And they're not next to each other if I remember correctly. Oh, they are. Oh no. Let's see where else we're putting the avenue pieces then. I suppose the avenue could go across the real highway. That would look really good, wouldn't it? Yes. Other than the fact that yeah, I mean that is a bit close though. In fact, I think we might have a bit too much of that whole Roman wall goodness. Maybe we can put one on the other side then. Yes, very nice. Okay, let's go for the other one. So that was right at the top. I obviously wasn't paying attention when I was scrolling. Or not, because, you know, round. Okay. Yeah, so this is going to be a bit of fun, Will. I think we've got any others, do we? Road, motorway, road. Okay, so where were we in relation to this road? So we were along here. Was it? So 2 away from that road. And there, okay. Right. Don't want too many arches because then it looks like it was planned. So we'll go tumble down in some places. There could have been a massive castle here, for example, and then that's where we. Oh, ah, yes. Yeah, that looks like we've got the potential. Okay, so here we need to get that one back a little bit. Back to the top. Pedestrian gateway. I think they would look good. We can make that into a park. And we'll have some wall section now. If I can find it. It's really nice to have it as part of the bridge. Castelvecchio in Verona. We'll get rid of the tumble down there and there. Right, we'll do the pedestrian, which I think was further up, but I could be very wrong. We just put little paths around every now and then. It's going to be quite a long wall, this one, isn't it? Yeah, we can have a pedestrian entrance there. Are we lined up correctly? I like that one actually. Are we well, at least those ones are coming down with us, that's fine. Hopefully these will look alright. I know there was a bit of gradient shenanigans by the river that I should have addressed. I think we kind of need a... I wish they wouldn't actually have the trees. Might be another city wall mod that doesn't have the trees. We have a problem, Houston. Okay. The wall can be on different levels, that's fine. It's think it matters what we do. We're gonna have problems with the terrain. Okay. I thought we were good with terrain, but obviously not. Okay, I don't mind that so much, so we'll just throw the walls in. That one I feel the need to delete, because that one's obviously being troublesome. I think this is the longest section of city wall I've tried to put in, so in other places the ground was somewhat already level. I can live with that. Only I can see the error of my ways now. I'll try and keep them the same. I was just looking for a little bit of variety, but then the wall just generally looks weird, doesn't it? So that looks a bit weird, but unless you zoom in. Yeah, we can live with that. I suspect we're going to have trouble here, but yeah, it's weirding out, isn't it? It's weirding out. That's a new. We'll use that from now on. Let's level this lot up. I think we're generally okay. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Shame we don't have one with a yacht, ferry port or something. We could really build something nice. But these walls tell stories. Okay, so that's that then. Still got to decide what I can put in. I mean, I'm very tempted to still put some civics in here. We have some schools. I think we've got a library. Along the main road, maybe we could put a road in here. Or we could put some streets in with the street add-on mod. Yes, that's a... We've got a herringbone. I'm not sure about that. Dirt, absolutely not. I think we had cobblestones, but I'm not. Red brisk. Yeah, that looks kind of a little bit medieval, doesn't it? So we'll use that. We will definitely use that around the place. Do we have any areas without road here? Put a little one in there. Just want a little bit of a sort of inner city feel to it. An old ancient road. Now we did have a path here, so yeah, that'll be our park area, I guess. Okay, so that's good. We'll put some low density housing in. These areas. I'm kind of wanting something oldie looking. I could plot, but we can just say that, you know, the buildings have been upgraded in town. I might then plot something. I don't know. I think building control needs to have tighter control over the building regulations, and I don't think SimCity can do that for me. I don't mind them being a little bit on top of each other either. Do them a little bit smaller. I want them to be a little bit on top of each other actually, because it has the sort of oldie worldy village part of it. That can be a square. I'll leave that. The shops can face the square. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Let's put some bus stops in. We can have something there. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm not unhappy with that. We'll do something nice there. Okay, let's save that. Wow, 29 minutes. It feels like I've got very little done. Now, we want some, I think we might need a different kind of bus stop here, but there are some bus stops that I can't trust. And I don't feel like I don't feel like testing them. I think we're pretty much safe with SFBT. I don't recall ever having trouble with their mods. Historic tram station. We need a historic bus stop. No, I think it actually, bus stops can be quite modern looking. They wouldn't have had bus stops in the medieval times when this castle area was a proper castle with maidens and princesses and all of that good stuff. In fact, it would be very bike friendly, so yes, we will give them bicycle stops. Here, for example, in this main square area, for example, there, for example, there won't be any down these side streets. On this square you can have more. I don't think we'll have any here. Maybe one there. Oh, I didn't do any here, did I? Okay. City wall area. City wall area. Okay. No, they're going to have an area where they can view the yes, it's all very random, and now some idiots come along and put a great big massive highway down the middle of there. That I think we'll reserve for that will be a bit blocky, yeah. A little bit here, so we'll leave that as not a garden area, but oh, what's happening here? We forgot to put our walls in. Did I delete them? We do need some churches in here. For now I'll put some paths in. Standard park set. Paths. Although I will have a little bit of variety. But not that one. So we want curve right. We can have that one curve right as well. A diagonal. We'll try and find the smallest little churches we can find. Do we have any path areas here? No, they're mostly on the other side, aren't they? Although we can have a path there. That's quite boring. This is really reminding me of, looking now, the rail stations here. You've got to walk across the battlements. How does that look? That looks terrible. The problem with paths is that they do really need to go somewhere. Now the ones outside Lucca do really sort of loop around and come at you. There's a T. Okay, do we have any more paths? I don't think we do. Nope. Okay, I think we need to investigate our church options. We do need a lot of churches. Yes, I'm just going to do this bit, and then maybe I'll do the area technically to the north of this, but as we're looking to the left, and then I'll do that other area down by the waterfront in the next video, I think. Hopefully I'll be a little less sniffy. But this is something, I mean, we've got some quite nice looking buildings here, but they're all a bit big. I'm reticent to place that there because yeah, I'm not so sure. Let's go for churches. We can try and have one, well, we already have one really fancy looking church, but there's no reason why we can't have more than one fancy looking churches and then some other smaller ones as well, just for kicks. And some other tourist attractions maybe. An observatory is not a terrible idea, especially if it's small. Oh, now this can definitely fit in somewhere as an item of cultural significance, perhaps at the back of the car park. No, that might be a bit much. Oh, there's a path area there, isn't there? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Let's keep going. Although that was, yeah, that's prime location for a church. That. Actually, that's also prime location for a church. Here, have an observatory there. That was Galileo's observatory when he came here. He came here at weekends. He also loved boating. I've already used that in the city. Yeah, we could probably do with some towers actually. Mixed in the residential areas. Go for a bit of variety though. we've got that up in the mountains already. Nice big cross. Ooh, a little church. Ooh, now that's a nice looking church. That could be our second Duomo, if we were allowed to have one. I think that's that would make a... We're going crazy for churches here, but that strikes me as being semi-legit. I am not objecting. I think we have another potential tower. Probably somewhere like this. That motorway is really beginning to look like it shouldn't be here now, isn't it? Yeah, to make sure that the tourists have access from the other side. That unfortunately is too big, but we can find a place for it elsewhere. Yeah, that's not bad. Have we got a... No. I think we're done for fancy churches now, but there were some very small Spanish ones, weren't there? That's probably not suited for here because of the beam light. Doesn't really go down well with medieval, does it? Here, have a flashlight to keep everybody awake at night. Castle, no. I tried using that. It flattened the terrain too much. It didn't look good on the mountains. I think it requires additional effort, which I was not. Oh, that's big. That's also big. Oh, we could do another tower. I think I've got the two twin towers from Bologna as well. Where do we not have a tower? Yeah, have a tower there. I think it's coming up actually. No, but I love towers, so how does that look there? That, to me, that looks absolutely terrible. You see, I do have some standards, people. I'm not just putting them in for... I might put this one on the other side actually, if there's room. If I haven't already. There we go. Oh, God, no. Not here. Oh, God, no. This is not a skyscraper area. Although I can't control what the simulator is going to build, although I have put nothing more than medium down here. And we do have some small churches somewhere, bear with me. This also probably help if we move back to the area in which we're making. Possibly a bit too fancy. Wheels are a bit too much. I like the style of the brickwork because it is reasonably terracotta. I think we're maybe it's in the park menu then. There are some little churches. Possibly below the canals. I say possibly, I'm not completely convinced. Oh, that's nice. That too is nice. I can't really use them here though. There's the Sim Goober. It's the right colour, but it wouldn't have been the right style. So I went for the colour thing. We'll say it's got a different concrete at the bottom of the canal. It was repaired. The one at the docks is newer, that's why it's lighter. A bit too hexagony for me, and not church-like enough. This is not going well, is it? I can hear you now going, give me these churches. If you didn't put churches everywhere, it'd be finished. Be playing Football Manager by now. I jest. I'd probably put a few sculptures in as well actually, but you know, composers, pianists, great thinkers. I'm not feeling adventurous today, people. Can you just give me the damn churches? I think we are Kaputski. Unless, of course, I've gone absolutely blind. Let's try here one more time. We might see something we decide we want to put. Some things you just can't rush. I mean, we know there's nothing at the bottom of the parks menu now, so I don't think they're in the rewards menu. My reward menu is the shortest one of them all. The smallest one, or the shortest one? It's the shortest distance to scroll down, and it's the smallest in terms of numbers, but it's short in terms of the screen real estate. So I'm not sure the correct termination. Sorry, don't mind me. Designation, but the point being is that if it was in the rewards menu, I'd like to think that I would have spotted that. I'm already at park set here now, so if there is a church, my ghast will be flabbered. Oh, we've got some sculptures there, so let's leave that. Let's just quickly check the rewards in case I'm talking out of my rear end, which, you know, has been known to happen. I mean, I know there are some churches here, but not the little Spanish ones that I'm thinking of. So let's scroll up. This is a half hour of menu scrolling. you know. Please don't give up. Future me is thinking, oh, I can't just throw a skyscraper in. It'll be alright. Now, I've got a feeling they are here. It's just I was blind. And put some pipes in. That'll really make, you know, really do wonders for the land value. See, some of the ones that I was thinking about, an icon completely down the wrong menu. Yeah, but these ones are massive. And I don't really want massive at this point, although I'm really feeling Luca. That might be a good one. We can fit it in here. I think I've even, don't quote me on this, I think I have the church in Bologna, San Stefano, which is the church with 6 churches within it. Oh my god, that's terrible. See some of the icons here. I mean, this one, Clergios, lovely building in Porto. The thumbnail is a little bit misleading. It makes it look like, oh, we can just squeeze that in, and the next thing you know, it's, you know, about half the size of your city. I'm convinced that they are here. I just didn't see them. What's that? That's not a bad town hall for here, you know. I don't know if it's functional or not. Where are we putting it? Down here, I think. No, here. I mean, it's a bit of an odd. Nah. Sorry. Changed my mind. Yeah, Taj Mahal is not what we needed. That I think we've already used, so it might be around here. And I was just a bit too click happy. I mean, I'm not going to spend the rest of the evening and looking for churches after this menu, don't worry. If I decide I really need some more church action. So we're already using that here in the old town. I was going to put some rail infrastructure here, like a big depot, but it's not really the room for it. There you go. It's got to be here somewhere, isn't it? Oh, well, there you go. We already got that in this city because it's right in front of us. Oh, I don't know where these churches have gone then. I would have expected to see them below the puzzle pieces. What's that? That's nice. It's not going to fit in anywhere, but it is nice. I'll bear that in mind for later on. Not a bad looking building, but oh, you know when I said I'm not going to spend all the time looking for churches? I kind of have to, because this part is just begging for a church. Absolutely begging for a church. I'm getting Milan vibes now. Where are the smecking churches? Got to be here. Oh, I only saw them the other day when I started plopping some around. I kind of have to. Sorry. City walls. There's the vineyard. That must be a sign. I was being sarcastic there. I think we're already getting to the park, so it's definitely not here. Unless, of course, my parks menu is, or my landmarks menu is trolling me and being very dynamic, but it seems to have been quite nicely settled since the dat packing exercise. Oh, this is really annoying. We have a trailer park, by the way. Just north of Verona, there's a few camping places. I know this isn't Verona, but you know, as you walk up foothills, you see these places and they're there. Oh my word, this is really irritating. I know we've definitely not gone. There's got to be the landmarks menu. I'm gonna have one more look, and I'm not gonna. They've got to be here. Is that Gothic looking church? I mean, because you know, Germans could have come and invaded in the medieval and, you know, just plopped in a church. That I think I've already looked at. It has got to be here. It's just I'm not paying anywhere near enough attention to detail. Or the thumbnails are, you know, not misleading, but you know. If you're not paying attention, you can misread them. And there's a church, so that we have to pay a bit more attention to the custom floppables. Oh, that's nice. But this is not the place. I think we've already used that one, but we're... not a million miles away. I think I also need to do a save. So let me do a save now, just in case, because this is just ripe for crash or something like that. God, so I've probably spent the last half hour going through these poxy menus. Right, this really is the last time, I promise. That's a nice looking castle. Very much of the just outside of Verona look and feel to it. Luckily I've just saved, so... Ah, partial water, that's a shame. There would be no water here. But better luck next time. It's a bit big, isn't it? Which is a shame, because that's a bit of variety. Would be good. Come on. Please. 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 They're around. They are around. Well, that is fantastic. Oh, and that probably too much, but that is definitely on the plop. I think I found them. I just want to find one that doesn't look like it's a spider, but it's roughly the size of the one that looks like a spider. And we have, oh no, that's lovely, but not what I want. I'm gonna have to go for the spider one, aren't I? Oh my god, was it before here or after? This is a nice building. I can squeeze it in somewhere. Well, I suppose in Italy you do get churches on top of churches on top of churches, or very close to each other. It's not unusual. I think that is a... Is that... How close is too close? Ah, screw it. We'll find the one that looks like a spider. Now, which side looks best? That is one weird ass looking building, isn't it? Well, actually, it's not too bad. It just looks like a spider. Okay, so I think now we will do some plopping of environmentally friendly grass and some playgrounds. Starting with the playgrounds. There's some really nice parks there that didn't appear before that packing that do now, but they're all rather big, so I have to use them in the next big city that we do. What's that? Don't trust that. Anything that says open grass area, I have to be in a certain mood to try and use. So let's just plop some... I suppose we could plop a few gardens as well. Spider Church can have some nice gardens. And then we can put a small playground in because space is at a premium here. And going back to Treviso, city walls and play areas along the northern side are definitely a thing. Maybe not around an old temple though, or the main or the town square. Okay, I feel we need something here. How about another church? Tell you what, we'll put maybe not there. Okay, let's put some environmentally friendly grass in. In New Venice, at this point, I was tempted to start putting trees in, and I started doing some initial decoration, but I think we worked out that that came to 6 hours of hard labour, even with doing those feature places first. So I will not do that now. So I'll go to the city walk, or I might go. Yeah, we'll keep this. This is very much looking like Lucca. Only Lucca doesn't. Well, it has hills. Oh, there's a path there. Look. It doesn't have mountains. It doesn't have a river, but it does have some rather nice trees. But it really has some really nice grass areas just outside of the city walls. With some nice views of the hills afterwards. Quite rolling. I spent a rather warm day last summer. Was it summer? No, spring really. Well, there, as I said, the walk to the train station. I feel like I might put a train station here now just to recreate that. I think that's probably stretching what a grass embankment can look like, but it's going to be full of trees. It's fine. So the more environmentally friendly, the better. Although we'll leave the sheer rock face. We've already got that down to here. Look. Yeah, that's quite a nice looking church. I love the detail. I have no idea who did that, who made that, but your work is amazing, sir or lady, and you deserve every inch of kudos. I think some shops will not go amiss there. Keep the bills being paid, don't we? Actually we'll okay, that looks good. We did that bit. We will go. We're doing everything, so don't worry. That path's been long worn. Yes, I'm definitely getting the Lucca vibes. Although I suspect that the people who live here don't. They have a huge motorway going through their city, but you know, that's the price you pay for progress. Maybe, just maybe, I'll convert it to an avenue. It could be a motorway with a speed limit of, you know, 30 kilometers an hour or something. Sometimes these little oddities are fun, right? I imagine there really would be outside seating for cafes and stuff like that here, but I don't think you get that in the game. Don't really have much in the way of bus stops in this particular place. Mind you, it is a motorway, so Buses will be crossing the bus stop. Sorry, they will not be crossing the bus stop, they'll be crossing the motorway rather than stopping at bus stops. Right, the next discussion point is going to be what to do on this square. We'll come to that in a bit. I think we'll find a small tower here. Ah, that's alright. This definitely has to be grass because we'll put some bushes or something to make it that that's going to be here. That's fine. So that wasn't too arduous. It's easy for me to say, but I think it's looking okay, and as always it's going to look really good when it's finished. Now I think we need to save that just in case. I'm happy with that. Now we need open paved area. Now do we want to use the Maxis one? The thing that annoys me about the Maxis one is that the textures are never the same. You often have to play that silly game of like the Avenue roundabouts. I think I've overshot. Must be after the environmentally friendly grass, but it can get really annoying unless of course we close our eyes and just say variety is great. We went and canvassed various different stonemasons in the year 1872. Oh, you've got two the same there. That, yes, so that's kind of. I'm thinking reflection pool on this side. Mind you, I often think reflection pool at every opportunity. I'm not liking the diagonal one here, so. I think we'll keep that. That actually looks quite nice. Although those ones. Yes, okay. There we go. So I'll do this little bit next time. That little bit here next time. This is intentional, by the way, just, you know. And then I'll start the rural area. I'll probably do that on camera and start the rural area and the little villages in the next one, because there won't be that much to do in those areas. I'm quite happy with that. And I've got to think about what I'm going to do next as well. I still think we need some more smaller churches, but I've got to think about this area. I think this will be residential, but more high class perhaps. Oh, now actually before I stop, there's something I want to do, because if I don't do it now I will not remember, and it will end up being something that I come across at a later date and say, oh, why didn't I do that? And I still wanted to say that I wanted to put some statues in there. I mean, I might just plop some mayor statues in or something at that point. Can you remember what it is that I said that I'll come back to? Probably about 15 minutes ago now. You can. The big clue is where I am on the menu. Although knowing me, I'm very highly likely to go off and go on a massive diversion. I think we'll curve this, you know. Do we want a huge curve? Will that fit? Yeah, it could be an old ancient path down to the river where you could get a boat to the next town or something. Yeah, and then if we came along and laid a great big road. Yes, and here. I think this probably is going to be green as well, but let's get this oriented correctly. And north is here. So north is here, that's west. So we are orientated correctly, and this is the area we're going to do next. So, one will drop a save. Thank you for watching and allowing me to bore you and hopefully inspire and entertain and all that good stuff. Have a very good morning, evening, afternoon. Take care, happy building. Ciao for now.